Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to discuss Linda Prescott. Back in August of 2021 is the first time that Nadine and I attended a school board meeting and we talked about CRT. Now, we're going to show you a video of a school teacher who went to a school board meeting in September of 2021 and talked about, what's it called? EOS program, which is CRT, and she explains it in the video. Anyways, then you're going to see a clip of Linda Prescott that you've probably seen before, stealing signs. And we want to remind you that Linda Prescott only has 2 schools in her district. The one is Fox Chapel Middle School, and it is an LGBTQIA+ cesspool. You got anything to say, Nadine?
Yes, the only thing I have to say to her is shame on you. A grown woman actively caught stealing property and then lying about it. And you're on a school board. It's no wonder nothing's been solved in the Hernando County school system. People like you who run the school board, well, it just trickles right down to the kids. It shows where your priorities are.
Okay, well, here we go. There's no ethics with this woman, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Let's roll the clip.
Yeah, let's roll the clip. And underneath that sickly, sweet, condescending little voice is an evil little woman who's probably very bitter and angry. And that's all I have to say.
Are going up. Times are tough for everybody. And if they think they can do better, then more power to them. That's my opinion on that. I wanted to comment. I had a meeting today with Ms. Prescott, and I wanted to comment on that. You initiated a request to meet with you concerning the topic of EOS, and it was followed up with an email that you wanted an administrator to be present. I agreed to that, and I was quite surprised when I showed up today to a panel of 5 people. I think that was a little bit of an ambush. That's how I felt anyway. I thought it was a tactic of intimidation. I don't intimidate easily, but I didn't appreciate it. I would have liked to have known a little bit more about what was going to happen. You seemed to indicate that you wanted a conversation about the comments that I had made. And I thought it was going to be you and me, and you have reminded me several times that you have 45 years in education, and I thought that you could go head to head with me. So I was a little bit taken aback to walk in to a panel of 5 people. So I just wanted to comment on that. And there was also 2 inappropriate questions that were asked of me.
And one of them... From the interruption, but this is the time to address matters that are on the agenda for board action tonight.
I did. I addressed number 8.
So the matters you're discussing now are no longer related to agenda items. That's when we're going to split your time between the...
They told me I could put my time together for...
No, ma'am. If you wanted to switch your time, you would do the agenda item now, because this is the time that the board is hearing matters that will be acted upon tonight. Afterward, it's not on the agenda.
Okay.
All of those
my
comments
misunderstanding, I thought that you could take 1.5 minutes for each, and that you could choose to put them together all at once.
No, ma'am,
I will address the meeting later, and I wanted to address the 2 questions that were asked of me.
Very good, thank
you. Let them go. I'll just pick up where I left off. The 2 questions. The first one, I was asked, what is your father's education level? And I don't know what that had to do with anything we were talking about. We were talking about the EOS program. And the only thing I could think of was what they were trying to get at. They were trying to tell me that I had some type of privilege. And that's what EOS, that's what equity, that is what CRT is all about. That's the point. That's how they made me feel when they asked that question. Is that what they're doing to our students? Are they putting us into groups of oppressors and people that are oppressed and people that are doing the oppressing? What difference does it make what education level my father has? He doesn't even live in this county. The second one was, what lesson did I think the kids learned from January 6th? Well, I think the kids learned a lot from current events lately. Number one, they learn, just like with teachers, not to obey the police. They've learned to smash, burn, loot, and riot, assault, and murder. That's what they learned. They murdered a retired police captain. His name was David Dorn. No one from January 6th has had their day in court. None have proven to have weapons. You know what they learned from January 6th? Do not trust the government blindly. Think critically, ask questions. This EOS is equity. That is the means to CRT. It is racism, it is division, it sows chaos, and there's no room for this in our community, in our schools, and in our country. The only people that are dividing are school boards. The kids don't see it, and I don't think you're telling me that her...
The signs back that you're stealing, they aren't yours? Those signs that you have, those aren't yours? You're stealing the signs?
Yes, sir, I'm not. I'm a school board member in City of Ball.
I know you are. You're Linda Prescott.
Absolutely.
Linda, say hi to everybody for you're stealing the signs that aren't yours.
Yes, sir.
A school board member stealing signs. Example, you're stealing, Linda. Linda Prescott, you're on the school board and you're stealing signs that don't belong to you. At least we know now who's stealing the stuff, huh? You're stealing. You're stealing from me. Linda, you really want your face all over Facebook? You're stealing my property. You're stealing my property, Linda. Because I want a better school board for my kids? You're out stealing, Linda. You're stealing. You will. If you run for re-election, look forward to having signs like this with your face on it. Yeah.
In conclusion, what Linda Prescott did was very unethical and immoral and wrong. I think, and I call for her to resign, step down, and be replaced by somebody who has a little bit more ethical values.
I second that. You have no morals and no ethics. You need to resign ASAP, and everybody should be calling for it.
Thank you, everyone.